And I was researching it while we were setting up, and the forums are seeking this 30-inch scale. Hello and welcome to Mothership Gear. I'm here with my friend Loren James from Lorens Emporium. Loren, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. You brought in your second Fender Bullet.
Yes, it's a growing trend with me of trying to buy every cream color bullet, I guess.
Because your other bullet that we filmed an episode with Chris Starley, that is a Tele Squire. No, it's a Squire Bullet, but it's a Tele Strat blend, right?
Yeah, it's like a Strat on the body, and then the neck looks like a Tele, and pretty much the same idea that's going on here, kind of like a P bass with this Tele looking neck.
And I was researching it while we were setting up, and the forums are seeking this 30-inch scale, right? Is that what it is? 30-inch scale versus 34-inch? Is that
yeah, this is the B30. B, I assume, stands for bass 30. There's two models, the B30 and the B34. The 34 being a 34-inch scale length, which is your long scale, like a P bass or a jazz bass. And then the B30 is your 30-inch scale length, similar to a Music Master bass or a Mustang bass. The 30-inch scale, some people have said it gives you a better low end with how the string length is compared to a long scale one. So some people enjoy that in the studio or live to get a little more thumpy bass.
Right. I feel like our generation loves short scale stuff. I don't know why, but it's like all of a sudden all of us are just like short scale's better for some reason. I don't know if it's a feel thing or if it's just lighter or what, but
I definitely noticed that too. I feel like it's Portugal the Man. I think he has like a Mustang or Music Master signature model, and that's like the first signature model for like a short scale bass I can remember. That's like really popular and really cool, and more people are catching on, and maybe they're guitar players that just want to have a bass around.
That's a common thing too.
And it's a little easier to get around with.
We covered the JMJ short scale. Is that the one that you were talking about, or is that a separate one?
Is that Portugal the Man?
He might.
Does he play in a different band?
M83 Beck. I think he even did some shows with Paramore, but he's a producer primarily.
Gotcha. I must be thinking of Portugal Man having a different bass, but that's the bass I'm referring to, is the JMJ.
Yeah, that one's sick.
Yeah.
So this is the Fender Bullet. You said it is 1981. It's got an alder body. It's the cream color. It's got the split coil pickup Mustang. So we wrote it down to say it perfectly. Split coil Mustang pickups, because I was asking you, what is a Mustang pickup? Like, it's two single coils split, right? You have one tone control, one volume control.
Right. I think going back to like the precision bass, the P bass, they'd have, this picking up two strings, this picking up two strings, and the two pickups in tandem working together creates a humbucker. So there's no there's no buzz. Where if you have like a jazz bass or a Music Master, which just has a single coil, you'll get that 60 cycle hum.
Yeah.
So this is like a better live or studio bass. You know, you're on stage and you have all these lights affecting your pickups and you have a humbucker, or in the studio and there's weird electricity going on. It's nice and quiet for recording or playing live.
So you buy and sell gear, Loren's Emporium. What kind of investment is someone looking at if they want to get invested in the Bullet series? Like, are they guitars that are typically overpriced, underpriced? Obviously, if they want this specific one, this one's rare. But the other one you brought in, was that a rare one also?
I think that one was a hodgepodge. I think it was like a Squire neck and maybe a Fender body put together. So I got it for really cheap a couple years ago. This one, I still think I got a really good deal. I think I paid $700 for it, where you'll see people posting for $900 to $1,200. And if you really want it, I think that's justifiable since they don't come up very often. And usually when they get posted at that price, they disappear in like a day or two because people want it regardless of how much it is. So you're not really making a bad investment. But the Bullet line in general, you can usually get a great bass or guitar in the $300 to $700 range, at least right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As long as people don't watch this video.
That's right. You gotta know what you're looking for.
Right.
You know, you could see this and it says B34 and you haven't done any research and you see it's for $400 and you click buy it now and you're so stoked and then you get it and it's this long bass and then you have buyer's remorse. Or there's models that were made in Korea. That was like the final run and those ones are a little cheaper. And I have had a couple and I don't really like them compared to the Japan ones or the USA Fender ones.
Yeah, well, I love it. And I think anything that sounds like that JMJ short scale bass is like, and the price difference is pretty big because I think if you get something like this less than $1,000, which it sounds like is not really possible, then I don't remember what the JMJ bass goes for, but I know it's starting to creep up like list price wise.
I thought they were around like $1,200, $1,300.
Yeah, because I think when Brandon got it, I mean, they're confusing his JMJ with his Harmony. I don't remember which, but he's like, yeah, I got it because it was cheap and affordable. But like, I do think the demand is kind of rising a little bit on those.
Yeah, because it's a cool bass that if you buy a vintage version of it, it's probably the same price or more. And then it has like a light relic and cool colors to choose from.
Yeah. So this is the new kind of like, you don't want a signature, but you want similar vibe. This kind of does this.
This will be your signature.
Right.
You know, your band blows up and you're playing this and then 2 years later Fender is like, well, I guess we could make it and call it the Loren James Bullet.
Love it. Yeah. Love it. So thank you for bringing the Loren James Bullet. Is there anything you want to show us that we didn't cover in the cold open of you kind of sound demoing it? Anything that you want to talk about sound wise?
I think it's a pretty straightforward bass. I treat it kind of like a P bass where most of the stuff I'm playing, everything's full on and you can get a warm tone, but there's still some like high end underneath. But if you're playing some more like Motown, you could put a sponge or a piece of foam or something under here to kind of mute the strings, turn your tone down or use your palm. I can't remember Carol K. I think Carol K used like a little piece of tape and foam or other Motown players would always mute it. So you get like...
Right.
Just really thumpy, low end tone. So it's a one-trick pony, but it's a trick that's stood the test of time, you know, since the 50s. Everyone's loved the sound, so why change a good thing? Right.
Well, thank you for bringing this over. I really like it. I think it's won me over. So if you guys like short scale basses, keep an eye out, but leave a couple for me and Loren on the interwebs. All right. Well, where can they follow you if they want to buy stuff from you?
I am all over the internet, eBay, Reverb. I love to do stuff through Instagram because then I can keep up with the people that have purchased stuff, either following them back or having them follow me. and put a face to the name. And that is Loren with an S, Lorens _ Emporium. If I could spell that word off the top of my head, I would. But I always forget.
I always get stressed out when I'm editing and I'm like writing everyone's names down. Like, so
I just ordered like 500 business cards and omitted the S. And they send you like 4 different pages. Like, are you sure everything's correct? And I was like, yeah, dude. Like, this is my name. And I got them in the mail like 2 weeks later. I was like, no S. Dang it.
Yeah. And my neighbor, who's also a creative person, and I see his name on Instagram, his is 2 L's, L-L-O-R-E-N. So with you, I'm always like 1 L-O-R-E-N.
Yeah.
And then Emporium, Google Emporium.
Yeah. You type it in the search bar and it's correct, but you just want to make sure.
Right.
Yeah, every time.
Well, sick. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment if you like short scale basses. We will see you guys next time. Later. Bye.